everyone? Welcome back to Jojo 101, where we talk about everything and anything in the JoJo's universe. Today, we will be talking about Sports Maximum and his stand, Limp Biscuit, or more commonly known by its better English translated name, Flaccid Pancake. So, Sports Max is a villain in JoJo's Part 6, Stone Ocean. Some would say I would consider him a minor villain, but it could be argued that he's like a bigger villain because he's like a whole like story arc for Hermes. Personally, I don't really consider him to be that big of a villain. But as per usual, before we get into it, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't like and subscribe right now, you will have to get the Sports Max haircut. And as you can see on screen, you do not want that shit ass fade. Now, with that out the way, you better have liked and subscribed right now, or else you will go to sleep and wake up with the new haircut. But with that out the way, let's start talking about Sports Maximum. Sports Maximum is a member of the Green Dolphin Street Prison, where he was imprisoned due to gang stuff, probably like murders, like drug dealing, stuff like that. I don't think we get the exact reason on why he's in there, but it's like stuff like that. But he has killed a lot of people and the main way he kills people is by making the victims put sticks in their mouths, and he stomps them to death, which is very cruel. And one night, while he was killing a victim like that, he was found by Gloria Costello, Hermes' younger sister, and she basically snitches to the police, and that leads to her death by Max killing her and exclaiming that he doesn't regret anything he did. He has absolutely no guilt, and even blames Gloria for being a snitch and getting into his business. So we learn here that Sports Max is a very prideful guy. Is that the correct word? I think he's very definitely. Hold on. So it's here we learn Sports Max is a very stick to yourself kind of guy. Don't get into his business, he won't get into yours. And you should be okay in his book. So we're first introduced to Sports Max in the Part 6 arc, Kiss of Love and Revenge, where Hermes is on the search for Sports himself. And we learn a little bit about Sports Maximum, that it's built up to him being kind of a good guy, where he's working a simple taxidermy job. He cleans graves, he goes to the chapel and prays. But later down the line we reveal that he's still a villain, where he only goes to the chapel because we find out that he is in cahoots with Whitesnake, who at this time in Stone Ocean was the big villain. We didn't know about Poochie, we just knew about Whitesnake. I'm pretty sure we just know about Whitesnake at this point. I don't know, I'll have to do a reread of Part 6 eventually. I do want to do that, and Part 4 as well. So after Hermes finds out about Sports Max being in the prison, while he's on his way to his workshop to probably do some more taxidermy, because he's not a bad guy, he sees a photo of Gloria, one of his victims, and he's pretty intrigued, what is this? And that activates a trap laid by Hermes, where this duplicates the pipe that the picture was on, trapping Sports Maximum, and it kills him. Hermes made a coffin for this man. That is planning. But then again, in my opinion, Hermes doesn't really do much for the rest of the part, so it was good that she got to do something cool like this. And while Sports Maximum is in this pipe, he's strange things starts to happen around the workshop, and he himself is pretty confused. And it's here we learn about his stand, Limp Biscuit, or if you would like to call it by its better name, Flaccid pancake. So, Limp Bizkit's ability is basically you can reanimate things to come back to life as like an undead zombie, but they're also invisible. So that makes it like super hard to even fight and defend against them, and it also makes Sports Max himself turn into something of a zombie. And basically, he's just like invisible and whatnot as well. And he also does become more zombie-ish, he basically becomes more crazed, where he craves flesh. And there's even like a panel where he wanted to eat Hermes' brain. Another fun fact about Limp Bizkit is that this is a stand that doesn't really have a like 100% canon design. It's just usually shown as blood, specifically Sports Max himself covered in blood, which is how the Green Dolphin trio, Foo Fighters, Jolene, and Hermes take him out, is because they cover him in blood, because he's like, at this point he's an invisible zombie, and they take him out like that. But in the fight against Sports Max, it's actually a pretty interesting one, as it's really just Hermes, FF, and Jolene versus like the workshop of like taxidermy things that Sports has been working on. I thought that was actually a pretty neat idea. And of course, Hermes does get revenge for Gloria and does like kill Sports Max for good. And as he dies, all of his zombies like cease to exist alongside him. And the last time we ever see Sports Max in the canon is basically at the end of the series, in the Underworld arc. We see Sports Max appear like for a second through the use of Donatello versus Underworld stand, which TLDR, you can bring up past events. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap up this episode of JoJo 101. This one was much more on the shorter side, as starting now, I mean, there's still going to be some episodes that are shorter, because there's a lot of characters in this series that don't have a lot to go off of. But I do want to try to aim for JoJo 101 episodes to be at the very least 10 to 9 minutes long. So that is something to look out for. I might be cooking up like a Christmas special thing, maybe, with JoJo 101. I might not, maybe. Let me know down in the comments if y'all would like that. I was thinking something like the 12 days of like JoJo or whatever. Like I have an idea for it. I just don't want to spoil it now because it could be good. It'd basically just be 12 back-to-back daily uploads of like around the same topic. Kind of like, unlike what I'm doing now, like last episode was Malone in part 5, before that it was Stroheim in part 2, and now we're talking about a part 6 character. Like if I do that, it would just be 12 uploads around the same part, to show the 12 days of Christmas. But I'm gonna quit yapping. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And as per usual, I will see you all in the next one.